Well, Brian can now use his Unmask. He probably should, right?
I think
Bob
so.
has a counterspell in hand.
Or he could try to Persecute first.
Yeah, either way. Might be better. I mean, he could just pay for Unmask. At this point, they're both in top deck mode, and Brian knows he's got a handful of goodies. He just needs to cast them in the right order.
2 cards now? Yep.
I think I just pay. I mean, he doesn't have anything he really wants to remove from the game. It seems like he should just pay for either Persecute or Unmask. I think the only one that would be a mistake is the disc. Now how does he? Now he can't deal with Treetop Village. What is he saving Unmask and Persecute for?
I'm not sure. Probably Necropotence. He probably thinks that if he gets Necropotence down, he just wins. Which
but he should be trying to win with the cards in his hand. I mean,
yeah.
Every time that Treetop Village hits him, he's down 3 cards once he gets Necro on.
Right. Yeah, Davis has been playing mostly as if he were playing his entire deck. It's given him some advantages strategically, but on the other hand, it's giving him some problems when he's drawing cards that need to be played a little bit differently than your deck would normally play them.
All right, now he's going to cast Unmask, and now there's nothing good in Bob's hand. He's looking at Unmask, he's looking at Persecute, trying to figure out what color he'd guess. He should have done this before the disc was the best card in his hand.
Yeah.
And he just threw it out there to get counterspell. The Treetop Village is just going to come over for a while. I mean, Brian's got no answer to Treetop Village, and there's actually 3 discs in his graveyard.
There's something interesting that Davis did just here. When he unmasked, he got the Oath of Druids. He knows the Oath of Druids is a completely dead card, but he knows that if he takes the Tropical, if this goes to a Game 5, Maher will probably board it out. Oh, unmask.
You're not allowed to take land.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, I think that'd be a little good if you just take land out of somebody's opening draw.
First feature having blue.
Just randomly take a shot. There's Light of Day. Bob has a number of dead cards for this matchup.
Right. He's got... I guess he could put it out. There's no reason to. Either way.
Bob has a Treetop Village. That might be good enough.
That looks like it is.
It'd be a bizarre away from this match day.
Okay. Targeting Ivory Mask.
It's kind of amazing, actually, that the disc isn't in play, considering that there were... What, 3 discs that he drew in this game? And not a single one's come into play?
That is correct.
Even though he's had multiple unmasks.
Ivory Mask, Impulse, and Impulse are being shuffled back into Maher's deck right now. And then Bob gets a random card off the top.
Well, the cards in Brian's hand, much like the cards in games 1, 2, and 3, the Drain Life and Corrupt combo, but he doesn't have Necropotence in play, so they really aren't doing much. He needs to draw Necropotence, or probably Necropotence, Demonic Consultation, anything to get going on Necropotence, and soon, or else that Treetop Village is going to eat him up. Is that a counterspell he drew, or a Brainstorm?
Yeah, 11. I didn't see.
Go ahead.
Another Drain Life.
It's starting to get interesting. He's got 6 land in play. It's Davis 11, Maher 20. He's got 7 land. That's a drain for 5, a drain for 5, and a corrupt for 7. It's close, but not quite. He needs 1 more land, and then his hand can win. But Bob just top decked a counterspell.
Right. Seems like it would have been better to wait for 1 more land.
Yep.
Bob allows corrupt for 7. Falls to 14. Davis goes up to 18.
Yeah, if he had waited 1 more turn, he would have been able to. Hopefully, if he draws a land, he'd be able to kill to win the game with just those 3 spells. Then again, Bob's got a counter spell, so it's looking very much in Bob's favor.
surprised that Bob still has as many creature removal spells in his deck as he does. He hasn't seen a Skittering Scourge the entire match.
Yeah.
Consult? That's supposed to be a really good card.
Unfortunately, he's let go of all his unmasks, so he really doesn't have anything to clear out the counterspell in Bob's hand, so there's not much he can do.
Ah, this one he's actually going to cast. He says Necropotence. It's the right call, but it's going to get counterspelled.
What?
Yeah, Brian accidentally flipped a card over when he picked his library up. He's received a warning for looking at an extra card. But that won't be a big deal. There's Necro. All the Wastelands. How many Wastelands got removed from the game right there?
Can I rearrange his out of game pile?
Bob asks if he's allowed to rearrange his out-of-game
That
pile.
shouldn't turn in this roll back.
Receives the answer no, rises it. 2 Wastelands have been removed from the game by that console.
That's pretty important.
Yep.
Okay.
Brian does still have Spinning Darkness in his deck, I believe. Necro, please? Pretty please? No. That's why they call it permission. Alright, so now Brian's plan is to win with 2 Drain Lives. He doesn't have many turns with those Treetop Villages in play, but he doesn't need... It's like 1 Dark Ritual from pulling it off.
Yeah, I think that would do
Or
it.
2 land, or...
But Maher's got the Swords Posture again, it looks like. Oh no, that's a Sacred Ground. Oof.
Alright, so those Wastelands wouldn't have mattered much.
This is getting dangerous.
Yeah, he's going to activate both of them.
So I think Davis
Bang.
needs to top deck some combination of Swamps or Rituals to win.
Davis takes 6 down
Swamp
to
here would
9.
be huge, and it's a Swamp. So now the next turn, if he draws a Swamp, he wins.
Does he have enough?
Yeah, he has exactly the amount. If he drops
He
a
has to
Swamp
draw
next
Swamp
turn.
next turn.
That's right.
Swamp or Ritual.
Yeah, I did the math on it. So he's 1
Drains
Swamp
6.
away or Ritual.
Swamps look like, yeah.
1 Swamp away or Ritual
Or
from a
Corrupt.
game 5
Or
or
a
a Corrupt.
Or another Drain would allow him to win on the following turn.
Right. Would
I think you...
a Demonic Consultation would too, right?
Consult for Ritual will do it if he does it.
Go ahead.
Alright, Bob wants permission.
Okay, let's see.
Or
What does
Iron
Bob
Mask.
draw?
Reflecting Pool.
That's not a
That's
counterspell.
not counter.
Activate.
Smash.
Activate.
You're at 9?
It's at
Davis
9,
does have
so-
2 turns. Davis has 1 more
Yeah,
turn after
okay.
this one.
All right, let's take
He
a look.
draws. Ritual!
Oh, jeez. That was
He's
exciting.
gonna tap all his mana, right?
Let's see.
He can leave 1 untapped if he really wants to.
Bets, anybody? Anybody? Bets?
He should play around Disrupt. He can't play around Plow. He should play around Disrupt. But I don't see how he loses this, right?
No. Look at his face. Look at his face.
Again, we should be a little quiet.
He's thinking, okay, the
He's
last
thinking-
time we did this, he soared something.
He's
I
doing the
saw
math.
Disrupt on the deck list. Well, how much
He
do...
saw Disrupt get removed from the game in game 2.
That's true. What do I do this for?
Ritual.
There it is.
Ritual. Confident.
All right.
I can do this.
How much you doing it for, my man?
I think I can. Plays around Disrupt.
Activate my Treetop Village. Okay.
Oh, activate Treetop Village! 3-minute break, then it's game 5.